Learn English through story. The Tale of Two Brothers. Once upon a time in a quaint village nestled between rolling hills, there lived two brothers, Samuel and Eli. They were raised by their parents to be hardworking and kind-hearted, and they shared a deep bond throughout their childhood. However, as they grew older, their paths began to diverge. Samuel, the elder brother, took over the family farm. He was dedicated and diligent, pouring his heart and soul into every crop and livestock he tended. Samuel believed that success came from hard work and sacrifice. His days were spent in the fields, and he rarely took time for leisure or socializing, convinced that every moment spent away from work was a moment wasted. Eli, on the other hand, sought adventure beyond the village. He was drawn to the world outside, filled with dreams of exploration and creativity. While Samuel toiled on the farm, Eli traveled to nearby towns, learning new skills, meeting new people, and soaking in the richness of life. He often returned home with stories of his adventures, tales that captured the imagination of the villagers. As the years passed, Samuel's farm flourished. His dedication earned him a good reputation, and he became one of the wealthiest men in the village. Yet, despite his material success, Samuel felt an emptiness growing within him. He watched Eli, who, though he had little in terms of material wealth, radiated joy and fulfillment. One day, the village announced a festival celebrating the harvest, inviting all to participate. While Samuel saw this as a distraction from work, Eli viewed it as an opportunity for connection and joy. Eli encouraged Samuel to attend the festival, but Samuel dismissed the idea. "I have crops to tend to. I cannot waste my time on frivolities," he replied. Reluctantly, Eli went to the festival alone. As he danced with friends, shared stories, and indulged in the vibrant atmosphere, he felt alive. The laughter and camaraderie were infectious, and Eli returned home that night with a heart full of happiness. Meanwhile, Samuel remained at the farm, consumed by his work, feeling increasingly isolated. As time went on, the brothers' differences widened. Samuel's obsession with work drove him to exhaustion. He often toiled late into the night, neglecting his health and relationships. Eli, in contrast, continued to embrace life, building friendships and fostering connections in the village. He became known as a storyteller and an artist, his creations inspiring others. One fateful year, a devastating drought struck the village. Crops withered, and water sources dried up. Samuel's farm suffered greatly, and despite his hard work, he faced impending ruin. The villagers came together, sharing resources and supporting one another, but Samuel remained withdrawn. He refused help, too proud to admit his vulnerability. Eli, witnessing his brother's struggle, approached him one day. "Samuel, let us work together. I can help you with the farm, and together, we can find a way through this," he offered. Samuel's pride flared. "I don't need your help. I built this farm with my own hands. I'll save it on my own," he snapped. Frustrated but not defeated, Eli returned to the village. He organized the villagers, encouraging them to support Samuel in any way they could. They gathered to help, bringing water from distant streams and working the fields together. When Samuel saw the community rallying to assist him, a mixture of emotions washed over him: gratitude, shame, and anger. He felt he should have been able to handle it alone. One evening, after a long day of working together, Eli sat down beside Samuel on the porch of the farmhouse. "Brother, I know you take pride in your work, but remember, Success isn't just about what we achieve alone. It's about the connections we make and the support we give each other, Eli said gently. Samuel's eyes were weary. I know you mean well, Eli, but I've failed. I've let my pride blind me. I thought hard work alone would keep me strong, but now I see I can't do this by myself. Eli placed a hand on Samuel's shoulder. It's okay to ask for help. We all have our strengths and weaknesses. The beauty of life is in sharing both. As the drought persisted, Samuel finally accepted the villagers' help. Together, they worked tirelessly, and gradually, the farm began to recover. Samuel learned to balance work with community engagement, sharing the burden and joys of his labor with those around him. Months later, as the first rain fell and the crops began to grow, Samuel stood in his fields alongside Eli and the villagers. The hard work paid off, but what had transformed him was not just the revival of his farm, but the realization that he wasn't alone. At the harvest festival that year, Samuel took a deep breath as he prepared to speak to the villagers. I want to thank each and every one of you for your kindness and support. I was blind to the importance of community, but you showed me the true value of connection. I used to believe that success meant doing everything myself, but I now understand that it's about lifting each other up. The villagers cheered, and Eli smiled, knowing that his brother had finally grasped the essence of life. Samuel began to embrace both hard work and the joy of connection, fostering friendships that enriched his life in ways he had never imagined. From that day forward, Samuel and Eli worked side by side, combining their strengths. Samuel cultivated the farm with the wisdom of hard work, while Eli continued to nurture relationships and creativity. They became known as the dynamic duo in the village, embodying the harmony of diligence and joy. As the seasons changed, so did the brothers. They found a balance that allowed them to thrive both individually and together, proving that while hard work was essential, the true wealth of life lay in the relationships and connections that enriched their journey. And so, in a village once divided by ambition and pride, the tale of the two brothers became a legend, a story of growth, compassion, and the importance of community, reminding all that in the tapestry of life, every thread matters. I hope you enjoyed the story. If you enjoyed, then please like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.